Next topic here, we got the Chicago Bulls, and they came off a huge win last night against the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm telling you, these Chicago teams have been giving me a heart attack. And if you want to know why, here's why.
Up a screen. Giddy races to the basket, fires it out. Vucevic the shot.
Vucci Main for three. Vucci Main steps up again. The grizzled veteran steps up and hits the biggest shot of the season. Oh my goodness, Elizabeth, I'm coming again, Elizabeth. Oh Lord, it's the big one, Elizabeth. The Cardiac Bulls again. Just when you think you see a flat line, there's a pulse. Pulse, baby, woo!
Watch this place come unglued.
Oh my goodness. And watch Josh Giddey. I mean, he has to throw that between two defensive players to make that pass, and that was on the money. Watch. They think he's going to take the shot. He gets it around Embiid, and that pass was so perfect. All Vooch had to do was just square up and shoot it. Oh, what a play, boy. I tell you, the Cardiac Bulls and Vucci Main again.
Bulls trying to start 6-1.
That's it right there. That was a great shot by Vucevic. And again, I've been hard on Vucevic his whole time here in Chicago. But boy, is he having a really good season by the Chicago Bulls, coming back from 24 points down to pull off the victory against the 76ers. And man, as I pull up these notes here, going to the NBA, we got the Bulls. We got the Bulls, ladies and gentlemen, standing at 6-1 to start off the season. Josh Giddey with 2 back-to-back triple-double games. First guy to do that in a Bulls uniform since the great Michael Jordan, the GOAT, Michael Jordan. And then again, Vucevic, 19 points, a big three, 19 and 10, does what he does. Buzelis, my boy Buzelis, he struggled a little bit, but he had some big plays defensively. He was a plus 9. Okoro has been an excellent addition to the Bulls. I questioned that move when it happened, when they traded him for Lonzo Ball, but he has been a pistol for this offense. I mean, he has been electrifying. And then again, the bench mob just coming through, and no matter who steps up, they are stepping up. And they did this without Ayo DeSumo, ladies and gentlemen. So man, my Bulls, are they for real? And that's the question that you see up here. Are they for real? Are they for real? I think they are. I think they are. In a weak Eastern Conference with a couple of teams that I thought were going to be good, like the Magic, they're not that good this year. Now, the other teams that are not quite as good, like the Atlanta Hawks, now teams like the Bulls, they kind of stand, they kind of stand out. They stick out like a sore thumb. If we look at what's going on right now, the Bulls are in first place. The Philadelphia 76ers, they're a legit team. They're in second place. The Detroit Pistons shook out of their rut. They're playing a lot better. The Milwaukee Bucks playing good. Miami's surprisingly playing good basketball. We lost to the Knicks, but we beat the Knicks when it counted with the cup. And I said this. I think the Bulls are good enough to win the cup, the in-season cup. All right, that in-season tournament, whatever. I think they're good enough to win that. Okay, and I think they're good enough to make the playoffs. I think they are for real. I love the style of play that they're playing. They're running the up and down the court. They're running teams off the court at times, but in this case, they had to catch up with Philly. Philly was a team that's got a nice combination of young and veteran talent, and they were running up and down the floor too. And I really thought this game was going to be over, and I turned it back on, and I'm like, oh snap, the Bulls are coming back. So the Bulls pulled off a huge win. Thank you to another Chicago team that was very close to giving me another heart attack. So big time shout out to the Chicago Bulls. And you got a team that they have really, really good chemistry, and that's what I'm impressed with. When you think about it, Giddey, Buzelis, and Vucevic, yes, they look like the Naperville Bulls and not the Chicago Bulls, but they play great team basketball. There's no standout superstar. And that's another thing I like. It's not centered around one player. And that's how I felt the reason why OKC won the championship last year. Yes, they had the MVP and SGA, but I feel like OKC plays more as a team. And SGA does his thing. Yep, they do their thing. And when the times come, when they need SGA to pull off a big shot, they'll go to him when they need him. So that's what I'm talking about when it comes to the Chicago Bulls team. A big shout out to all of these guys. I think they're giving us some very entertaining games to watch, and I hope they keep it up throughout the season.